Welcome. I'm Helen Davis of One Step Forward, and I'm here today to talk to you about how you can use the power of your own imagination to prepare your mind and body for any kind of medical or dental procedure. And I'm going to be doing that by telling you, first of all, how I used the skills and techniques that I'm going to share with you when I found myself in a major medical emergency very recently. So the reason I'm going to start here is that I want you to realize that if these skills and techniques work in a crisis, imagine how powerful they are when you already know what's coming, when you can calmly and carefully lay the groundwork ahead of time so that your whole mind, your body, your whole system knows that the procedure it's about to undergo is completely normal, is not frightening, and is part of the actual healing process that it's going through. So, my story. Just over 3 months ago, I tripped here in my own home and landed heavily and awkwardly on my two wrists, my two arms, hands even. And I managed to break both my wrists. It was 6:30 on a Sunday evening and I live alone. So I was lying on the floor in excruciating pain. It was basically the stuff of nightmares. Luckily, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and I specialise in medical and dental work. So I knew exactly what I needed to do. I needed to stay calm and not panic. I'm not suggesting you need to be a hypnotherapist to realise that, but bear with me. I needed to get a handle on the pain, which was at that point in time, as I say, excruciating. And I needed a way to get through the next few hours as quickly as possible because I knew it was going to be tough. So usually when I do self-hypnosis, the first thing I do is to take myself into trance, which is a form of very deep relaxation. But I knew that in this situation, I didn't need to do that because we go into trance in order to connect with the subconscious. But when we have a crisis like this, when our body is on the edge of going into shock, our subconscious is wide open. It's looking for guidance. And so I knew that as long as I spoke calmly and clearly to my subconscious, it was going to do whatever I needed it to do. And over the next few days, I'm going to be telling you exactly what I told my subconscious to address each of those points. So I'm going to leave it there for this morning. Tomorrow morning I'll be back. I wanted to keep these really quick so I don't take up much of your time. Tomorrow morning I'll be back to talk about exactly what I did to take myself from that point of verge of panic into calmness, into tranquility, so that I was able to think about what I needed to do to get myself from where I was lying on the floor at home alone and to get myself to hospital, which is where I needed to be to have my two broken wrists attended to. So thank you for being with me today. If you've got something coming up, if you have a procedure coming up and you'd be interested in having a chat to me about how I can help, drop me a DM. There's a button on the recording to, hopefully, if everything's worked right, to allow you to book in for a chat with me. And I'd love to have a no strings chat and just see if it's something that feels helpful for you. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow when I'm going to talk about the very first thing I did in order to take myself away from that verge of panic, calm myself down enough to decide what I needed to do next. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.